Okay, I'm trying it again. This is unbelievable. All right, we should be in now. You should be able to see me now. Bingo. Okay, excellent. We're back. All right, let's see. See me now? I cannot wait to get my new internet system in what do you call it? In I think it's January we get the new system. We'll see. I got to check with the maintenance company for the condo association. 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. All right, let's see what happens now. See if it was worthwhile. Ugh. I just hate this. Meta. 17, 18, 19, try one more time, 20. Okay. I think we're good. There we go. 9 seconds was perfect. That's the best you can get. There's got to be some sort of a setting. Somebody out there knows how to work um, the system. I mean, other than buying Webinito, which is very expensive, and the truth is, I mean, I'd love to do it. Like Deck's got it, but you know, I don't get paid enough to do this to put Webinito in here. I was waiting for Deck. He said he was going to put some new software in, and that was in June, and I never heard anything back. So I guess they don't want to do it, or it didn't happen. He says he got new, what do you call it? It's new, he got new streamers, new scanners, which is great. My scanners, you know, scanners from everybody who has Thinkorswim has scanners that are free. Those scanners are unbelievable. They really work very well. And a lot of people would pay almost $100 a month just to get a scanner that does, and most people don't even use it. That's actually what I did in the beginning to become a moderator, and I was able to pick the stocks that were really happening. So, all right, we're good right now. You all hear me all right? All right, let me just tell, maybe I'll stay live for a little bit, as long as it's good. All right, as long as we're good, I'll stay for a little longer. I was gonna go get lunch, but I can wait a little bit. I've been doing really good on my diet. Some of you know I'm on this diet. And I've actually lost 11 pounds in the last 30 days. What did I just do? That's not right. What the heck is that? Oh, wow. I put the wrong thing up. Hold on 1 second. Just trying to put some in Dextro. That was just really weird. Okay, there we go. Just letting people know that I'm live. Anybody have any questions, by the way? Things that we're looking at? Stocks that you want me to look up? Okay. None? Nobody? Who's the guy? Does anybody know who the guy is in Cush's room? What does he do? Have his friends in there? I haven't been in there lately, but I noticed that he has different people filling in for him. Are these his friends? Who are these people? Anybody watch that? I just wasn't sure, you know? Let's see what we got here. He's offline. All right. All right. Ugh, I cannot believe this. If this keeps up, I'm going to lunch. Out of nowhere, it just jumps out. If I go into my stream thing, it says, right now it says excellent connection. Then it starts flipping out. And then it says average view, concurrent viewers. Oh, you know what I didn't set up for the YouTube people? How is everybody in YouTube today? Let's see. Let's see what's going on in YouTube. Sometimes I forget they're even there because it automatically turns it on. It's 4 people, only 4 people watching. Same people that are probably in. Well, some of them don't pay for Tradecasters, so. All right, you see, we haven't done anything. We're still in this channel here. Same thing here. All right, we're holding at about 431.25. So I'm going to drop this down a little bit to 431.25. That's going to tweak it down a little bit lower. Watch, right to the top there. So 431.25 makes it 430 here, and we can bring this up. Let's always put $1.25. So if we got 431.25, that's right there at 430, right there. Okay, that's what we're looking at on this, on NVIDIA. Look at this. We're still there. We have not moved. We have not moved. It's standing still in time. Remember I told you there was another line. Now you can see it. What I was talking about was that active step. So if you actually brought it from about right, let's say right there, this way, and keep it in front of the 13 exponential, right? Then we cancel the left for the trend line, cancel the right on the other side, and now you have that active step. That's our support. So you have this step here, from here, that step and this step. And now you can see it's starting to push up. You can see it's trying. Let's see if it gets over my resistance point or if it stays where it's at. Activate trend line. We want to just bring this over a little bit, keep it right on the top. We know it moved up a little bit. We want to see if it's going to hold where the resistance is. The resistance is about, that would be this right there. Let me put this back. You put this back, then when you put it on the line, it should show up like that. 217.40, it should be 45. In fact, why don't we just make it 50? I had an adjustment, that's why it was an odd number. Otherwise, you can just edit it and put it on the exact number. So right now you can see from the bottom, we're starting to push up here. So remember, we had the line going this way. It's pushing up from the bottom, which is pushing up the top. So right now, we're good till we get up to about 218.50, at which point, once we get over the VWAP, now my VWAP is always white, okay? White. That's my VWAP. I don't care if I'm on 1 minute or 1 week or 1 year. It's white is VWAP. It's neutral. Above it is bullish, and below it would be bearish, okay? That's how I do it. Going through mine, that's why I asked Jay the other day, and his colors are different than mine. My blue is the 13 exponential. He makes it a 9. But the beauty is I have this thing in the background called the cloud, which I give you for free. It's a Think. If you have Thinkorswim, you can put the cloud in. And there's 9 and 21 days, the top of the cloud or the bottom of the cloud. You can change it. I can make this 22 days. I can make the hair. Watch, 22, the cloud will move up a little. And I can make this 8, and I can make it a little wider. So by doing that, now the cloud gets a little bit larger. And the top of the cloud now would be 22 day. And the bottom of the cloud would be an 8 day. But in the middle, it's my 13 exponential. And those are all exponential, 13, 9. You can change it to 5 and 15. You know what? It's free. So if you go to the top of, I'll put it out the fee anyway. But if you go to the alert section, you'll see up there, it says Think Scripts. I'm going to put it up right now. You got 2 Think Scripts in there. And you can add those into your Thinkorswim and then put them in there. So here you go. These are the 2 Think Scripts right there. And you've got the first one, which is a Think Script with volume. Now, that's this here. See the other Think Script? It's number 2. So when you open this, once you put it in here, you go to the top of your page, go to Setup, you copy the first line, HTTPS, all the ways, that first line, and you go to Setup, Open Shared Items, you put it in there. Once you put those both in there, then you come up here, and you go into this, up there, and you go to edit or add a study. When you edit it, all you do is once you got it, you just type in the word think, and then you go to 803 and 804. Double click it, and there it is. There's your 803, 804, and there's your 803. See, I changed it on that one. I have to change each one individually. So if I want to make this 9 and 21. So if I change this one, you remember? So if you go, was it this one I changed? I think it was this one. Let's say, edit studies. Where is the think script? Here it is. Hey, remember I made it 8 and 22? I'll put it back to 9 and 21. That's what I usually leave it at. Why doesn't it give me an apply? Oh, that's why, here. So now it's back to the what I usually have it, 9 and 21 with 13 in the middle. You can change it to whatever you want. There's no right or wrong. Whatever works for you is fine, okay? Use something, all right? And to me, I want to know where we're holding. Are we holding on the 13-day, the 20-day, the 9-day, all right? And then, of course, the other thing script gives you this right here, the volume, the 13 to 20. I like the volume, but the problem is I can't see the volume per candlestick. It doesn't change. That's just the last candlestick. So if I want to see the candlestick, I got to go to I have to go into this one with the 2, all right? And then when I have 2, I'm able to look up here. It says volume. See the volume? And I go to any candlestick. Let's go to here. And I go to this candlestick. I can tell you that it had 51.9. The next one had 188,000. So I can tell you if a stock is a pump and dump. I can tell you if it's above average or it's below average. And a lot of people don't realize you can actually look at the stock. And like we look at the SPY. It says that there's 80 million average per day. That means that each candlestick, the average should be 80,000. Okay? 80 million, you break it down, it's 80,000 per candlestick. That's the average. It just works out that way. So whatever it comes out to, it's 100th that, and that'll give you your average candlestick. And you won't find that anywhere online. I figured it out myself a long time ago, and it just seems to work. Trust me. Well, don't matter. But it's good to know. The reason we want to know these things is if we look at a stock, we can say if it's below average or above. So like when I look at the SPY right now, it tells me that I'm going to shake it up. It says there's 80.334. So what I do is I copy that 8334. Okay. Let me see if I can. Yeah, I take that. I'll open up a calculator. I put that number in the calculator. Then I divide that by 6.5. Which is the amount of hours in the day. That gives me 12,359. Now it's 11:50. It's 12 o'clock. So 10:30, 11:30. That's 2.5 hours. So times 2.5, I've got 30,383,87. So I can look at this and say my average. Okay, my volume right now is 29, and right now it's showing that the average is 30. So we're just either just below average or right at average per hour. We're not doing a lot of traffic. We're doing enough traffic. Okay, it's not slow, but it's not above. So that's how you figure that out. And if you're not sure what I just said, just play the tape back, listen to it again. You got to take your average for the day, okay, which is 80 million. Divide that by 6.5, then multiply it by the amount of hours we're at. Try to do like half hours. You can do quarter hours too. So let's say if it was 12:15, I can say it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I can multiply that times the average, and I can know if we're above or below average, and it works. And it's important to know. It's just something you need to know, because then you know if you're being suckered by manipulation or more there's enough trading, because traders feel 430, 50. Traders feel, they feel good about the markets at this point. What's that word? So they're willing to trade. Sometimes they're not, and they hang back because they just don't feel right about where the markets are going. Or we know that the Feds are speaking, so we want to wait. And sometimes we don't want to trade because we know that it's a Fed day, and it can go either way. So we don't want to take the chance of losing a lot of money, even though it would be nice to make a lot of money. And those are the chances. It's like gambling when it comes to stuff like that. It's like, to me, it's like earnings. It's the gambling. You know what? But you can use the fundamentals and you can use the technical information that you have to make a better decision whether you should go long or go short on a stock. All right. And while I'm talking to you, I'm sitting here correcting. I'm correcting the trends. You're watching the trend lines. All right. So you can see we're starting to move up again. Once we get over the VWAP on all of them, you'll see what happens is we start to get more volume. Right here, we're still way below here. Our resistance did come up a little bit. If I wanted to edit this up, I would say next step 216, 27. See, we already pulled back. I'm just going to say 60 right now, just to tweak it a little bit. You'll see it should line up, and it did right there. Lines up across. So we know we have a lot of resistance at 217.60, 217.50, whatever it is. Okay, hold on 1 second. I just gotta get something real quick from my back. Other than that, what's holding you up? You only know. All right. Like that. Take that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got it. All right, I got it. I cannot believe I finally got down to 192. That's with no close. I was up to 203, and that is a very, very uncomfortable place for me to be. I go into a shower and I try to bend over just to wash my feet, and I can't breathe. And you know, when you're overweight, you get what's called, you know, that thing, you call it a stomach. I call it a dicky do. Does anybody know what a dicky do is? That's when you can't see what your dicky is doing. That's called the dicky do. Well, mine was too big, and not the dicky, but the dicky do. And it was in the way, and I couldn't wash and do things like I needed. Now that I'm starting to lose weight, I'm starting to feel better. And I'm walking. I walked 4.7 miles on Friday. So, all right, 8K's up. His lunch stream is now up and live for lunch. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little time off right now. We can see what's going on with the charts. I may not be able to adjust it while I'm making myself some lunch. And you can go visit with 8K if you want. Let's see who's live right now. You got 8K47. You got J Trades is still up live. And we've got The Reason. Let's see. Anybody have any questions for me at all? Anything you want to ask me? Don't be shy. Come on, don't be shy. Ask me the damn question. I know you want to. You know you want to. Active? You're crazy. Okay, let's see what we got here. Sorry. It's lunchtime somewhere. There's the lunch. And just wanted to post up here in case anybody, and I hope you'll use those Think scripts because they're really, really good. You know, they're really very useful tools. And wow, 6 people just jumped out of here. See what happens when you put up the lunch sign? They get hungry. And I was going to put up real quick just to see if there was any questions, comments, concerns. Now's a good time to ask any question about anything, any stock. Doesn't matter if it's option or non-option related, or if you want a lesson on options later, I can do that. If you want to go over products, whatever you guys want, just put it on the board. And you know, if you want special lessons here, if you want one-on-one, you can always get with me. I do one-on-one for $50 an hour. Do whatever you want, weekends, whichever good for us, as long as the World Series playoff games are over, except for you know, one more I think with the Diamondbacks, or they're already in. As long as it's not during the World Series or a good football, you know what I mean? I've been watching all the games lately, especially the baseball. I like the playoffs in the World Series. My team didn't get in. I wanted the Astros, but they got knocked out last night. They got not only did they get knocked out, they got their asses kicked, big time. I don't know what I turned it off. I think the final one I turned it off was like 12-3 or something. I don't know. It was pretty bad, pretty pathetic. If you were an Astro yesterday, and they had this series, they really had it. I thought it was going to be them against the Phillies, you know, Eagles. But oh, Dex here. Speaking of Pennsylvania and Eagle fans, he's not even a good Eagle fan. So it was a good game. But last night, I got to tell you, the problem with the Astros is their pitching. Their pitching was off. It really was. So that's not good. You need good pitchers to succeed. And obviously, the pitching on the other team was much better. That's why the scores were so high, and the Rangers were able to score as many. You know, they kept knocking that thing and hitting the backboard, backboard, backboard. One guy, I think it was 44. He hit like six in a row. He hit six foul balls, and then the next one was a home run. It's just totally amazing. Just totally amazing. Some of these guys that play. Anyway, I enjoy a good game. All right. Any questions? Nothing? Then I'm going to take a little break, and I will be back. My system's working fine now. Hopefully, the should stay up here. Um, so now, if anything happens, you'll see if it goes above or below the trend lines. You can see it, of course, here. It tells the price. I wonder why there's not more like here. You don't see it here. Let me just see something. It may be something that is not checked. Show trades, data box off, synchronized crosshairs, don't want that. Price axis, use log scale. We don't want percentage. Keep price zoom, time, corporate actions, we don't want that. That's it. I don't see. There it is. All right, see, one of them was off. I knew there was something wrong. It didn't look right. See, you should be able to look at the support and get an idea between two prices. And now you can see what's going on. Perfect. See here, you've got that lower VWAP plot. It tells you the plot right there, see in green. And then the upper VWAP plot, which is up here, you'll see is right there. And then your VWAP is white, so you can see. And then it shows you resistance and support. They don't always put those up. What I could do is, like in here, when I edit them, see it says 216, I could put support and I could put 216 to the right of it. But then I'm forever changing them. When I start moving them, I got to start changing them individually. I'm going to leave it the way it is. All right? You guys are good? All right? You like the way I do it? You don't like the way I do it? Well, it's a good way. All right, I'm going to get me some chili today. I made two pizzas. I have to make one tonight at 5 o'clock, and the rest of the other one's going to go in the freezer. I put the dough in the freezer for a few days, and that's it. I found I can even eat pizza and now lose weight as long as I walk. And the big key is drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. What do you got, Deck? While we wait for a break of the wedge, that's just it. We're waiting for that wedge to break. Everything you need is right here. Yeah, take people out of my room. They come in here to try to do one thing, and you want to just steal them out of here and put them in the library. Good. That makes a lot of sense. I'm just kidding. I don't care. I'm going to take a lunch break anyway. If you want to go to the video library, there's so many good things. Let me tell you something. And this is the honest, as God is my witness. My first year, I watched over 1,000 hours of videos. Deck's whole library. I also, back then we had boot camps. So I was able, I didn't pay for it, but somebody gave me the boot camp. So I watched the whole boot camp. But I watched everything. And I went online to the internet. And I'm very creative. So I think of things out of my head. And I would go find things on that specific thing. And I just watched them. So when I never used to do after hours, like after 4 o'clock. So what I would do is between 4 and 6, when my wife would get home, I would sit there in bed watching 1 hour after another, like 3 hours of videos. I just needed to know everything and anything, And then I'd eat dinner. My wife would go watch TV in the other room, and I'd be still watching more videos. So I was probably watching 4 or 5 hours a day in the very beginning. That's a lot of hours. And it added up. I did over 1,000 hours easy. So, all right. Anyway, that's it. I'm rattling on, and the markets aren't moving. We're in channel right now. Take a little break here, and just so I did take FinViz down for a second. I can put it back. Let's see where the heck it is. FinViz. Here we go. I did take it out of there for a second. I'll put it back. I just X'd it out by accident. So you can see we're still very positive for the day. All right. So there you go. And there's your top gainers down to here. And that's it. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. We should have enough room here to watch this. And I'm just going to bring this down a little bit, give it a little more space. I'm going to bring it down. You can see it's starting to move down. It's coming back to this one. I can take out let's extend to the right. There you go. I'm going to take this one out for right now and remove the drawing. That was just the extra step So right now, there's your whole daily. There's your daily. All right, and you have here. The only thing is I'm using the support as my bottom because it's pretty flat across. If you go back to the beginning of the day, it's pretty flat. So might as well just use your support. You don't need to make that extra line. All right, good, excellent. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, don't run away. I'm just taking me off the screen. Bye. Once again, the House votes. And what's accomplished? Nothing. The Republicans just can't get it together. All right, here we go. What's going on here? We see the spies trying to get back up, to that VWAP again, right? You see that? Whoops, I moved that whole line. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. So don't stress out on that. All we do there, look at that. We're going to take that, we're going to activate it and bring it back down. Boing. All right, and then we take this one, and we're going to bring this one back down here. Let's see where that brings us. Oh, that's perfect. There we go. Okay, we got it. There we go. I took the bottom one out. All righty. All right. I'm not enthused with the markets today. I'm really not. My Meta and my AMD is pretty flat on the top. You can see right here if I bring that up. Boom, there. I can move this over. I can't. Shoot. Okay, and FinViz, we can see we're still in the positive. I don't really need this anymore. I'll take that out. The less things that I have going, the quicker my internet will be. Right now, in the afternoon, I don't seem to have those problems that I always have where I lose my internet. It's just the mornings when it's too crazy. All right, there we go. We go right there. So what else is going on out there? Anybody else? Let's see. Deck's still showing this morning's because I know I put the chart out there for the hot keywords for him. Let's see. AK's live. What's his name still live? J-Tray's doing pretty good today. And the reason, what happened here? This is good. I wanted to bring Jay in. I wanted to do something with him, like together. Let's see what he's doing here.
Took the meeting to move. Y'all made your profit.
Yeah.
You know, congratulations on to y'all guys.
Yeah, go guys.
Congratulations to a lot of y'all who I did see.
Yeah, yours. Wish I could talk like that.
As far as traders, I've seen a lot of guys and girls
girls
who didn't understand the market well. You know, they were still asking me, man, I was getting hit with a lot.
I want to get it with you. That's that Louisiana accent, folks. You know, right? Crayfish reminds me of the movie with the boat, with the shrimp in the background, with the boat going round and round and round. Who was that? Lieutenant. What was his name? Lieutenant Gill. I can't remember his name. Somebody here remembers it. That was a great movie. Not Gomer. What's his name? I can see it. I can't get one of those brain farts. I just can't get it in my head. That is so cool. But that accent, I love it. Lieutenant Dang. Wasn't Lieutenant Dang? Lieutenant Dang. Let's see. Yeah, Lieutenant Dan, Forrest Gump. Oh, that was a great movie. Forrest Gump novel. What happened to Lieutenant Dan? During the Vietnam War, Dan is badly wounded. Forrest ignores the command to leave behind. That was so cool. Lieutenant Dan. I always thought he said dang. Lieutenant Dang. Dang it. From the highest tree. Okay. And we still cannot get up past that point. You can see right there. All right. We're trying to get that up a little bit further. We got about 422.60 tops. That's going to bring my support up, okay, to about 421.50, let's say. Put it about right there. And we're still right there in that channel. We've gone up. You see, we're starting to create higher lows. From here to here, back down, back up, back down, and across. We're waiting to see if we can get over that VWAP, you know, then possibly. Let's see, bam. That's good. All right. I lost my voice. I don't know why. It's cracked. That puts her in control. That was before. Puts her no longer in control. So right here, 422, you're looking 423 on a call. You're looking here at 432.50 on a call for NVIDIA. And here, you're looking about 220 on the call for Tesla. So one more time, if you want, I can put the contracts out. And then I think I'm going to go take a walk. Today was just not a day for me. I was doing some other things. My head wasn't in it. You ever get those days you just say my head's not in it? Today, 423 is correct. Let's see. Let me see this one on top so I don't have to touch this. Let's see. Come on. SPX. What are we talking about here? SPX 24. 42.30. So I got 40. So that's going to come down $10. 42 on the contract on the put becomes 30, and that becomes 35. That's that. Let me take that number off. Just put it on tag messages. I hate when people leave that beeping sound on. You know what I mean?
Very quickly, like that.
Okay, hold on. All right, I got rid of that. All right, that's SPX. Let's see what else we got. NVIDIA, what I say is 430, 250. All right, so I'm going to put 2.50. Boop, 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 boop. And that becomes 432, 430. That's on the put, 430.0. Okay, that's the next one. This is on Friday's contracts. We got AMD at 100. So it's still 100 and 101. That's correct. We'll leave AMD. Tesla, I said, it's really 217.50. It's 220 now. So 220 calls, well, put you out of the money. 220.0, that's perfect. And then it's 217.50, 217.5. Boop, 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 got that one. And the last one should be Meta. Meta sitting at, right now, 312.70. It's right on the money. So we're going to just put it out of the money, put it out of its misery. It's 315. And then we're going to take the other one and put that one further out of the money too on Meta. And we're going to make that one 310. So 310 on the put, 315. Because they're right about both at the money. I'm going to put them both further out of the money. And there's your contracts right now. And with that, folks, I'm going to go for a walk. I ate that chili. It was delicious. And nothing is really happening right now. So I'm not going to try to create anything. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do a lesson, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the morning. Your choice, unless you want to put something on the board when I come back. I'll see it, and then I'll try to prepare something for tomorrow to put a lesson together after the rush in the morning, not during the rush. I'm not going to do that. That doesn't make sense. But I think it's time for a lesson. There are people out there who want to know more on, let's say, options, which options to pick, why, how do I come up with these numbers. What should you be doing? And let's see, one more here. Activate this right underneath the VWAP. Oh, shoot. Come on. Activate. Boom. Be under the VWAP at about 25. There we go. Perfect. 330. I'm just going to leave it at 430. In case it comes back down a little bit, we have a little bit of room. And then that's at 430. Should be 432. Let's see what we got here. 431. We're going to bring it up, make it $2 higher. I always like to bring it about $2 on NVIDIA, $1.25 on Tesla. So Tesla, we're going to bring up a little bit at this point. We're going to make it, it's 218. Let's make it 217. Let's see, 217.50. Let's see where that puts me. 217.50. Oof, that's tight. It's too tight. All right, let's bring it back down to 217. And then we're going to bring the top to 218.25. Let's see what we got. 218, we were very close. 25. Always put $1.25 on Tesla. It just seems to work out that way. Okay, just spread it out a little. That looks good. This looks good. And this, the only thing is, I'm going to take away the trend. As long as our lower price, you can see that as long as our highest point of the day, which on SPY was 424.81. So as long as it's higher, we're always going to have a descending triangle, okay? We have an ascending from the bottom. So you can see from here, what happened is we were on a top, we came down, we pushed to the bottom, we started to make higher lows again, you see? Then we got to a certain point, and here we leveled off. So you can really tell that now, let's put this up a little higher. And you know what? I'm going to put it to 422. It's going to make it very tight. I'm going to make this 422, and then I'm going to make this the VWAP, which is about 423. It should be very close. The 423 is probably just above it. It is. And I'm going to put it right there and make it 423. Because the VWAP is where we probably have our reversal. But if it kicks over, I think it'll be just above the VWAP, and then we'll see it pull back. All right? That's what we're going to have to wait and see. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go for a walk. I need to walk. All right? Hopefully I won't lose the session, and it'll just continue. So I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to turn off the microphone and my camera. All right? But I'm here. Anybody can think of something good for a lesson tomorrow. Let's say after 11:30, lunchtime lesson. Put it on the board. Any thoughts that you have, and I'll try to put something together tonight. I have lessons on everything, and I don't care if it's on day trading, on options, anything but futures. I am not in the future yet. All right? The only part of me that's in the future is my age. ASNF, what's happening? What happened to Grambo and Clay? They gone. Grambo, not here. Clay disappeared, taking his stripes away. We need a new, what do you call it here? Spy Proby's here. I should make him a, Spy Proby, you here? I should make him a moderator. Give him some authority. Come on, he's the youngest guy in the room. I'm the oldest, I think. ASN, I remember that. It was a, so for another friend, ASN. I remember. A son never forgets, that's it. I knew it meant something. Thanks as always. Maybe one day we'll go over the SPX. The contracts are so fast. Yes, they are. You know what? I can go over that tomorrow. You're going to be here tomorrow? After the rush, about lunchtime, I'll go over the SPX, explain what's the best thing to do. How far out of the money do you want to be in one of those contracts? Is it beneficial to do SPX at times opposed to doing more contracts with the SPY? All right, so you have to understand there are times, and if I went right now and pulled the contract, and right now my contracts are set up on my, let's see if I can show you here, and I have 4215. What was the contract I just put out there? Hold on, give me 1 second. I put a contract out. It was 4230. I'm still at 4215 from this morning. I didn't change mine because I wasn't trading, but 4230. And the other one is 35. I have 20, so I'm going to make that 35. Okay, there we go. 35. There we go. There we go. We're all set. So we got 35. This should be 30, I said. It didn't change. Hold on. 30, 30, 30. Got it. I got it. Put. All right. All right, so like right now, if I went and I said 4230, all right, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I just lost you guys. Okay. So if I look here on the SPY and I go from here and I say I'm looking from from right here to high point on a put contract, and I was at a 4230 contract, all right? So right now I know that if I go from here, so from 423.53 to here, 423, it's $2. What do we got? Let's just round it off. Let's say 422, what's it at? 423.50. Let's say 423.50 to 420.76 is $1.75. All right, but if I took the contract from here this time, so the one-on-one, if I had 5 contracts of the SPY, that's 500 shares, it would be times $1.75. So that 500 would be 575 would be about $800. Okay. But if I took the contract now, and I know that my contract is purple, all right, see it, 4230, there's the contract, all right, let's bring the contract in here so I can see it, go to auto, bang, bingo. Now, we know that high point was here, it's just the opposite. So I go from here, and I got 319 on the contract, ready, 319 to here, that was the high point, is $15, that's $5. For every dollar the SPY goes, this one's going 5. You understand? We had $1.75. So what do I got here? I got from, let's say, 319, let's say 320 320 to, let's say, 14. Is that right? 320 to 1528. Let's say 1520. So I've got, what did I say? 1520 minus 320 equals 12 divided by, the other one went $1.75. 175 equals 6.8.06. So it's almost what am I saying? We got 1520. Let me do it one more time. 1520 minus 320. I'm doing big numbers. That didn't work out. 1520, what did I say? 1520 minus 320 is what, 12 something? Is 1200. So 1200, all right. And the other one is minus, it was $1.75. It went. So you're at 1,000 more, okay? So if you look at that, 1,200 times 5, I would have made $6,000 opposed to making 800 for that same contract using the SPX opposed to using the SPY. Do you see the difference? That contract was way, whoops. Shoot, what did I just do? Come on, that went too much. I'm trying to show you the angle here. Okay, let's get it back. Here we go. Okay, so we were talking from this position right there. It was the opposite because it's reversed. So if I go back to the SPY, I take that off and I go unlink and I go to SPY, you'll see. We already know it's $12. And here, watch this. This is really amazing. This is exactly what you asked me. Okay, let's go back in right there. From right here, you see that high point right there? From there to here, and the low point is $1.75. With the other one, it's $12. So 5 contracts is 500 shares would be $6,000. Here, you got 175 times the same 500 with the SPY would be $875. Big difference, huh? 6,000 or the other. But imagine if it went the other way, how much you could lose. But we're going to go over that more tomorrow. It's really not that difficult to understand, but you have to understand that the contracts for SPX could be anywhere from 1-1 to 10-1 at certain times of the day. All right? So I'm just letting you know. Sorry about my voice. I lost it today. I don't know why. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I live a pretty boring life. And I lose my voice. I was screaming at her. No, I wasn't. I was rooting for the other team. All right, I'm going to go enjoy my walk. I'll see if I can get back on time. I'll see you guys a little bit. I hope that makes sense to you why. But just remember, if it goes the other way and you don't have a tight enough stop loss, you can lose your ass. All right? I know, personally, because I'd lost my ass a few times. And I had to look around to find it. Is that my ass over there? I got to go pick up my ass. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.